So we've got the base Wayne Rooney, 89 rated, which is just one over his normal base card, but he is coming in at 36,000. Little bit of a stat increase, which is always nice. If you are looking at the comparisons between this one and obviously any of the others, you've obviously got like you say, 36. You got 151 here, which to be honest, it's mainly the passing that's gone up as he is into more of a cam role in this one. But he has got the finesse and technical still, which is always perfect. So in terms of what we're looking at, we've got a 4-star, 5-star, 5'9" controlled, obviously cam or striker, and the ability of him is pretty good. Like that's a great base for an 89. And the big thing with these base cards at the moment is not only that they are at least semi-decent for what they are and cheap, they can also go into evolutions already. They may not be the best evolutions right now, but there is a chance for them in the future that does go pretty high up there. We have also got the 93 Rooney that we do want to have a look at, who is coming in at 1.4 at the moment and more than likely will drop very, very quickly. Also check the rolls. Obviously with this card, he's got the Shadow Striker and Classic plus as well as the Full Snide, but anything else is just a normal plus. So always something to always bear with. We are going to have a look and see what he can do in game, and hopefully we do get a bit of a good Wayne Rooney and maybe an evolution for the future. I am always interested in these base cards because they always, well, I must admit, last year they kind of weren't really anything like that. They were nice, like you got the R9 base and he was decent enough, but they never really had too much of a purpose unless it was into another sort of evolution, whereas this year they've oh god, they tend to have done them like was it Zola last week? We had him and obviously he could have gone into the strike force, hence why they've put most of the good strikers in this one, because now obviously you've got the strike force gone, but you could have done that straight away if you held out really well for him and you'd have got a 94 Zola just off that base version. And I'm assuming Rooney might have been able to have done the same from that, so hence why they've kind of let him expire first. But that'd have been a cracking card that you could have already evolved, but we are already going into the 90s, so there's so many options. Oh, I was going to say so many options that you can go for. I was going to say, oh my god, how are we getting away with that? Wayne Rooney down the side. So we got a bit of dribbling with him. Not really. That's a great ball. CR7, get on to the end of that. Oh, very, very unlucky. That is a stunning ball. Get the touch. Wayne Rooney all the way on the inside. Looks for the finesse. It's a great save from Buffon. That is a phenomenal ball from, I think it was Sakina to be honest, but outrageous ball in. Can we knock that down? Oh, he's already read it. I was going to say, Hullet was absolutely there, wasn't he? It's a good challenge, though, into CR7's feet. It's the problem. We had Rooney, obviously, with the acrobatic. One more over across. Left foot. Every single day of the week. Ronaldo and Rooney together again. I feel like they could have done Rooney a little bit better on the in-games, I must admit. They really need to work on that. There he is, through on goal. Oh, I was kind of hoping he was going to move the keeper. He was kind of playing that chicken game. I must admit, you can kind of tell the difference between, like we've been using a lot of Henry, of Eusebio. You can definitely tell the difference between the two cards. Like naturally, Rooney's, it's 36,000 coins. He's not a 1.4, 1.5 million coin striker. So you kind of not expecting him to tear the world down for 36,000. But I think the main thing with any of these cards is not necessarily to go crazy right now, but it would be in the future. Naturally, when we're looking at a card like this, if we've got an evolution with a triple play star plus, if we've got an advanced forward plus, we've got some extra stats here and there, that's kind of where the card is going to really kind of come to life. And not necessarily that the investment pays off, but the investment to the card itself for the purchase for an evolution. Because naturally, if this card gets an evolution that is a triple play style plus and is at least semi-decent, that's going to go extinct, like just guaranteed, or at least it'll go to a value where you're probably not going to want to pay that amount for a card that you could have got for 36,000 coins right on launch. So I'd even say for quite a few of these baby versions, I would be looking at them just to kind of stick one in the club, because realistically now you are looking, you are looking at kind of like the final forms until team of the season, really. Like, I don't think the next promo, if we do get a promo before team of the season now, I don't think that's going to really encourage many kind of icons or heroes. He's going there, damn it, because obviously they're giving them all the upgrades right now. Good battling from him. Oh, I should have passed it. I knew I took it one too far. It's a great challenge again. There he is. Bit of James and Rooney. Combination is key. Why is he running so far forward? Just let me have that pass back. I need a button where it basically just cancels his run. Like, just stop still so I can pass it to you. I think another good thing with the Rooney card, and to be honest, most Rooney cards, because they do emulate it really well, is the aggression, that they'll be able to tackle to get the ball back. He tends to be better than most strikers. Like, obviously, some strikers can do it, some can't, naturally. But Rooney definitely has that ability to dig deep and grab that ball back and really play that aggressive football, which most definitely is a certain style for some people. It's a great assist. If Hullet can find it, and that's kind of it. It's getting that almost that dig deep, get the ball back, and work it even as a striker to win it back, rather than necessarily just leaving it for your kind of midfielders or your DMs. Oh, there it is. Opens it up. 91st minute. He literally could have done that about a minute ago. Quite literally a minute ago, and we would have been in the extra time. But it's a great ball from Mbappe. He stays cool. Keeper moves himself, and it's a beautiful finish from him. And again, he's looking, there it is, stops it through. It's a great read from the centre-back, but even in the dying minutes, he's still pulling a lot of the strings, which is exactly what we want from Mr. Rooney in himself. There it is, looks for the finesse. It's a bit unorthodox for a finesse there. I want to see him hit it over him and kind of go for more of the lob finesse as such. What on earth is that? There it is. Straight across. Good block from Company again. There it is. Rooney with a bicy. 90. Beautiful. 102nd minute. Rooney with a bicy. Oh, you gotta love to see it. Oh, and he nearly does it again. Oh. Mbappe, insult to injury. So going into the overall form then, honestly, he's not the finished product. Of course he's not. He's kind of just your starting goal. And I think they've done him well because we have got such good evolutions. Like, I wonder, would it even tell me if I could have put him into this strike force, because I feel like that would have been a really good example for a card like this. You could have, so if you look at this 94 Rooney is what you could have got. Granted, get rid of the technical, it's a bit unfortunate, but quick step finesse, 5-star, 5-star, 94 rated. If we look at it in comparison, you're mainly only getting the 6 pace, the 5 dribbling, and the 10 defending. But we're getting the 5-5 on top. We're getting the extra play style plus on top. And in terms of what we're seeing, the dribbling, obviously the composure goes up to 93, which is massive. He's already got decent shooting. So if you wanted to go absolute out-and-out hunter for this, you've got yourself a 96 striker just off this 89. And this is one of them evolutions that is kind of just... It's a one-off. It's like the Team of the Year blueprint. It's like the attacking avalanche. Every now and then you get one. So naturally this was going to be the one, and it could fit quite a lot of these strikers. But the big thing is, this isn't going to be the only one that gets to this level. So, like I say, maybe keeping yourself a Rooney in check. Looking down, you've obviously got Smith, a phenomenal card at 90. Matthias is one that I really want to try out, because that's going to be a fantastic one to have. Even Zambrotta as a right mid might not be a bad shout, but definitely with this Matthias, it just screams that he's ready for an evolution. We already saw it with Zola last week, and obviously Blanc was in the first evolution that you could have done. Zanetti, I think, could have gone in as well, and more than likely Bale is going to be one in the future. So naturally, kind of holding on to them is always good. In terms of right now, I mean, he's a good striker. He's not a great striker, but he's a good striker. He's moderately usable. I wouldn't necessarily say you'd be going everywhere to try and get this card. Like, I mean, he's going to be very cheap. He's going to be very affordable for the masses of people. So I wouldn't necessarily be going out and going, okay, this is going to be the next card that changes my team. But if you are looking for somebody to add a solid performance, maybe a cheeky evolution later on down the line, I don't see the problem with him. I think he's good enough to be an evolution. Right now, I would say he's a little bit off it. You're just going to have to force it to him more so than anything, especially with the levels of strikers that we've got. That's going to be the biggest problem, is we have got so many strikers that he unfortunately is just a bit too low for that rating. So let me know down below what you think. I think he's all right for an evolution later on down the line. Right now, I'd put him on the bench. Pretty much plain and simple. Let me know what you think.